Well, hello. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to my little workshop. I'm Doug. Long time no tool. I'm gonna cut back on the overtime so I'm not on little spending sprees like I was. I did, however, grab this. Somebody had given me as a gift. I've got it charging up right now. A cordless Dremel. A very thoughtful, nice gift. It's a Dremel light. And this along with it. Super nice gift. I've had a few of these in the past. I've got one here in the shop that I use all the time. If you don't know, a Dremel is kind of a generic term for any rotary tool. There's a million different makers. Corded, cordless, some are battery. They're even air-powered. The air-powered pneumatic ones really kick butt. Those things are pretty badass compared to these guys. You know, the air-powered ones will spin a wire brush so fast the bristles will fly right out of it. You'll never get that kind of power out of one of these, but regardless, they're handy for so much stuff, especially tight spots, sanding, grinding, drilling, cutting real tight areas. Polishing is big. Say maybe jewelry or fine, like figurines or something where it's small and you have to polish extremely small things. It's good for that. Or even polishing bigger stuff. Generally speaking, these accessory sets, and there are so many. They'll be up, some will have like 300 pieces and they're $12, $15, $20. But they're kind of junky. And all of them will generally come with some polishing, both pads and compound, like a actual liquidy wax. It's kind of like a car wax, really. Generally, they all come with it, and I just found this one did even. I didn't notice it till today. Just before the video, I was looking through it. Dremel is kind of like the original, and they also have something called a easy lock or speed lock. They're the only ones that have it right now, till that patent runs out, and everybody can start knocking it off. But it's fairly expensive, so I don't have any of them. But, let me get you in the old tripod here. Whoa, don't drop it. Dremel's like the founder, the original, and it's kind of like the generic name for all the rotary tools. And there's the dentist kind of drill grinder. I have a rotary connected to a flex shaft, which most of them now come with a flex shaft. Not all of them, but most of them do. And it's removable. When you use a flex shaft, you've got to keep it fairly straight. You can't have much of a twist in there, or it'll overheat it. It'll add so much friction. But what I do is I just keep this hanging above me off to the side, right out of the way all the time. It's always up here. And I've got it hooked up to a $10 foot pedal switch, so whenever I need it, it's very, very convenient. I just sit right here and go to town, especially for woodwork cutouts where you can't sand in these tight little cutouts. As far as accessories and bits, there are so many. I just caught these off of Facebook Marketplace. There was, I think, 4 or 6 sets just like this for $6. They're so cheap. But you'll generally speaking, a lot of these you'll wear them out just so fast, especially if you're aggressive while you're using it and you're, you know, pushing kind of hard. You'll just smoke it instantly, especially these little sanding drums. All these kits come with some type of little sanding drums, these little microscopic sander disc things. Cutoff wheels. So a lot of these sets will all come with different types of cutoff wheels for cutting metal or whatever you may need to cut. Here's some polishing compound I just found in this. Yep, polishing compound, real little thing of it. There are, you know, little polishing pads. Cutting wheels, they usually have a few different kinds. Some bigger ones, smaller ones. They will also have sanding discs, sandpaper discs, sandpaper drums, something called burr bits, which are basically bits like this that have some type of, they're usually metal, and a good set of burr bits is expensive, but they generally have some type of cutting, grinding end of different shapes and sizes on a burr bit. These kits, some of them just, you know, have 300-400 pieces, and they're still like $15. I was just looking through here. They've gotten cheap. So this little Dremel set here is about $40. Dremel stuff's expensive. This kit in Wen Tools is like $13, and it's got twice as many pieces as this. So they're basically no different. I don't think there's any quality difference in the two that I've noticed. I haven't used them enough to say 100% for sure that maybe the Dremel sanding discs do last a little bit longer or not. I don't know. I do know the Dremel's got twist lock, easy twist lock, which I do not have. And that's very convenient. It is a pain in the ass, pain in the butt changing them over and over. And sometimes you wear them out instantly, and it can be a pain. What else? There's sometimes the flex shaft. I've used these, have saved me, you know, there's one of these weird tools that you don't even really realize that you can use it for so much crap. Really, I have used it for auto repair a bunch of times. Cutting stuff where I couldn't get anything else in there. Like cutting off a power steering pump hose, a metal line, or cutting a brake line, or cutting an exhaust off, all kinds of different stuff. They're decent. They're decent. There's so many other aftermarket accessories. I picked up these little silly diamond cutters, little cutting wheels, super cheap, and there was a lot of them. And came little saw blades. These are probably really dangerous. I've used them once, I think, and I didn't like using the saw blades. However, these cutting wheels are fantastic. And one time when I first got this, I zipped like 15, 20 drywall screws in a piece of wood, and I cut them all with I thought it would probably burn out pretty quick. No, one of these zipped them all, cut them all, and it didn't show any signs of wear. So these are pretty decent. Really cheap, like just a couple bucks for like 20 of them. And this set came with like a bigger polishing compound tub and all different sanding discs, polishing discs, big ones, small ones. I really use them. They're so little, such a pain to get on and off. You got a little microscopic screwdriver and stuff. So the Easy Lock is a pretty nice feature, and the patent's almost up on it. And then you'll see those everywhere. Every company will be knocking them off and selling them for half of what they're going for now. I'm trying to think what else I was going to get into. Winter is upon us. I was thinking of cutting my grass earlier today. Now there's like, I just went outside and it's waist deep snow. Like I didn't even know it was snowing. Like, holy shit. So yeah, bringing the old hobbies indoors. I hate to sand down here. I have all kinds of dust collection and filters, and it's just not enough. You don't want to have to be sanding and stuff in your basement. Even cutting, it just puts so much dust in here. I'm looking through here, and I just was floored at how cheap these have gotten. I saw one for $15. It was a Wen. So I have a bunch of Wen stuff, and I didn't realize it. The other day, cleaning my garage, I found this big old polisher that I don't even know where I even got it. It's gigantic and old. And it was super heavy, and I'm looking at it. It's from the 50s. And it said Wen. I'm like, whoa. Did a little research. Wen has been around since the 50s. I just assumed they were an Amazon brand, kind of a, there's a million of these no-name Amazon tool companies. A lot of stuff's really, really bad. I didn't know at the time that Wen has been around that long. I felt, they were so cheap, I figured I'd risk it. And everything I've gotten from them, I've never really been disappointed. The only thing I've found that I didn't like are their blades for like bandsaws and stuff, and sandpaper belts. They're just not as good quality as some of the others. I noticed the bandsaw blades go dull pretty quick. They're also like a third of the price. You can get 5 of them for the price of one Starrett, but the Starrett will probably last 5 times longer, so it's just like a trade-off. But for a lot of stuff that I'm not using the holy hell out of, I don't need a heavy duty drill press. I'm not machine shopping down here drilling all day long. So I got a Wen drill press, a real nice one, and it's been pretty beefy, but it's not perfect. It's a little bit underpowered, and I was looking the other day, and it was like wires hanging out of it. It's kind of cheaply made. I can show you. I have a lot of Wen stuff. Honestly, I've got quite a bit of Wen stuff. Hope I'm tangled here. One moment. Oh yeah, I'm tangled. A little terrible. Not good. Sorry about that. It's my big old Wen drill press. Very, very happy with it. It's, a touch underpowered. It'll stall and stuff. It's not super powerful. The other day I was looking close at it, and I noticed, where the heck is it? There's like a wire sticking out of it practically. I won't focus on it. I don't know. It's just like a little defect. No biggie. This is nice. It's a variable speed. You don't have to change the pulley setup like you do with a lot of these. You have to take the top off and change a belt and stuff. It's a real pain in the butt. That one, you just pull the lever, and it's very convenient. I'm a little Wen dust collector. The dust filter, that thing's going 24/7. Excuse me. I've got like a Wen planer. $35 for this handheld planer. Wen stuff is like a third of the price of other stuff. So I end up getting it a lot. I've never really had anything that's not good. It's never let me down, I'll put it that way. A little man cave. I've never been let down yet by Wen products. So that's all I was gonna get at with all that. Yeah, the man cave. The build continues. We'll bring all my tools in for the winter. See, it's sweat, if you keep them out in like a garage or a shed, they'll condensate like crazy. They'll just be sweating and soaking wet, and it's just no good. So I bring everything in. But anyway, let's do a little unboxing. It's been forever. Don't drop it. Almost. Alright. Clearly out of practice with my videos. Used to be so good. No, it's never good, but cut her open. I was gonna do it at work. I was just getting slammed with calls. I haven't had much free time at work lately. Kershaw. Really good knife. Smooth as butter, razor sharp. This Dremel loses the charge extremely fast. If you put it a load on there, it does not last. It does not last. Yep. And it's probably just, you know, the battery over time. But you'll see it'll die out really, really quick. I was looking to Milwaukee has a real nice one, but it's like $80, $74, and it would never have the power of a corded. No, you can't beat a corded one. But sometimes the convenience of these cordless ones, if you don't have to do a whole lot of stuff, these can save you. They're nice to have. They really are. So I've yet to charge it. Poor thing's ice cold. I probably should wait. It's been sitting in my truck. What I'll do is do a part 2. Looks like a light. I know I shouldn't run it until I charge it up. Yep. Wait. It's bad, I think, for the lithium batteries to run them totally dead. You never want to do that. Another thing with lithium is you don't want to keep them charged fully and then put it away. You want to discharge it, run that battery dead before you're done with it, and store it for any amount of length of time. It did come with a small accessory set. Normally these do come with like 1,000-piece accessory set, but this came with a very small basic one. I do not recall how much I paid for this. It's fairly inexpensive, only $30 or less. I don't remember. But I was just browsing through here and I see a Wen for $19 with a lot of accessories, the flex shaft. So I don't know where is the cordless? Let's just see here. I believe it's $28. It's this one, yes. Variable speed rotary tool, 24-piece set in case, yes. Yep, $28. And I think it was on sale when I got it. And it was only like $22. Where the Dremel is $100. Here it is right here, $99. So, you know what I mean? You could buy pretty much 3 of these for the price of the Dremel. I love, you know, these accessories, some about them, they're so inviting, I guess, you know, 300, 400-piece accessory sets, but they're junk. All of them, they're just crappy tool accessories. But, you know, for certain things, they are extremely, extremely handy. And I'm sure you guys are not able to see any of this. Oh, $15, $10, they're super cheap. And once you get to the Dremel, of course, an actual Dremel sets are 40, 50, 80. But you're not even showing Dremel. 71, there's one. 37, just set, $40. I've got these at work, these little polishing abrasive buffing wheels, and again, if you're slightly aggressive with them, they disintegrate instantly. They're so crappy and cheap made. Foot pedal attachment, is nice with a rotary tool if you're going to be doing anything in a shop or a bench, not under a vehicle or under a hood. So they have $10 foot pedal switches on here, so I picked a few of them up, and they're so convenient. I use them up for all kinds of stuff, but for these, they're very convenient for the corded ones. Okay, here's the Easy Lock starter kit. It's $20. In the world of these accessories, $20 it would be the holy grail of accessory sets. None of them are that much. They're all under $20 for a million accessories. So to have 5 discs at $20 is pretty pricey. But it's the Easy Lock. I've never used one. Nobody else is making them yet, but it's definitely a patent. There'll be something specific that is built into the discs and the accessories along with the shaft. So that's one thing in the manufacturing of it. The whole disc is different. There's a different center, and that's certainly going to add price for sure. I didn't realize that's what it was. The disc is also manufactured differently. I assumed it was something else. But yep, $15. Jeez. But anyway, yeah, Wen's not bad. Wen stuff, I've really never been disappointed yet. And they're, a fraction of price of a lot of the other name brand things. But anyway, it's good to see you. Stay warm, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out, and have a good day. Bye-bye.